Hello everyone. Quite a heavy GSU police presence was witnessed in anticipation of a criminal goons violence of the highly contested by-elections in Ol-Kalaou, whereby the Inspector General of Police confirmed a deployment of over 1,000 armed police officers stationed to handle security matters of violence during the parliamentary by-elections in Ol-Kalaou.
What is it? Guy. What is it? Guy, come on. What is it? Kijani tuwashike. Msibe kula. Kijani tuwashike. Kijani tuwashike.
The high-stakes by-election was triggered by the death of former MP David Ol-Kalaou, which poses a critical litmus test in a direct supremacy battle between President William Ruto and his former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. On the heavy campaigns witnessed last week, the parliamentary by-election in Ol-Kalaou has been viewed as a two-horse race, testing popularity between two political forces, among them UDA ruling party versus Gachagua's DCP supremacy in Ol-Kalaou. In the campaigns last week, the Ruto's UDA party has been highly accused on allegations of serious voter bribery, after pumping over 10.1 billion government machinery in a bid to influence voters during campaigns in Ol-Kalaou by-elections.
Motigatwe matu ate mugando ngone andu ra mekuri America andu acio maikara na AC me ngari ne theinie matio thina wa mundu tarona mai ma kunyua na murathikiriria matio ate he mundu tare na toke ni gwake mucii.
Si kampeni zimefika mwisho sasa, si ni kuchaguana sasa. Hata mkipewa pesa si ni kuchaguana, hata ukipewa ngiri 5 tunasema ni nani? Kamau amesimamishwa na nani? Na Rigathi, si ndio? Si ndio? Naye Mushina amesimamishwa na nani? Nyinyi mtachagua mtu wa Ruto hapa? Hata ukipewa ngiri 1 utamchagua? Hata ukipewa 5 utamchagua? Uganitwarega! Wewe ni useless, wewe ni mbezilesi. Karishi mwanwa mwembu sitavongeti uambieva. Kwenda kabisa.
Asante sana.
Senior political leaders from both parties have also been arrested over inflammatory remarks, and probably acted in violation of the required election practices. In a viral video evidence captured on cameras, the UDA MP of Nakuru Town, Honourable David Gachagua, was bragging about the amount of 1.2 million Kenyan shillings that he spent to bribe voters in a single political rally in Ol-Kalaou.
Jana peke yake hapa kwenu nilitumia 1.2 million. Jana kweli. 2022.
Hapo.
Ulipiga kura sivyo? Kuna kitambulisho ilikuwa inaitishwa? Hakuna kitambulisho ilikuwa ikiitishwa. Tutulie. Mimi nauliza, kuna kitambulisho ilikuwa ikiitishwa? Bana. Mtu alikuwa kwa kupiga kura? Wapi? Hakuna kupiga kura. Mtu alikuwa akifanya nini? Kidole. Unaweka kidole? Unaweka nini? Kidole hivi. Na nyinyi vijana ndio mnijibu. Kama ID haitishwi, unatumia kidole. Alafu mnasema ati watu wanaitisha ID wakaibe kura. Kuna kidole ya mtu itakatwa. Alafu mimi naenda nikawekelea. Itawezekana? Haiwezekani. Ni lazima wewe mwenyewe ufike ujiwekee kidole. Hakuna ID. Hautaitishwa ID na hautaitishwa hata ile kadi ya kura.
However, upon his arrest, the IEBC Court Tribunal responded by imposing a fine of 2.5 million penalty for engaging in an electoral criminal conduct during campaigns in Ol-Kalaou. His counterpart, the MP of Kipipiri, Honourable Wanjiku Mahir of DCP, was also penalised in a similar manner. And that was after making inflammatory remarks arousing tension during a public rally in Ol-Kalaou. Upon her cross-examination before the IEBC Court Tribunal, the MP was slapped with a whopping 1.5 million as a penalty for committing election offences. Secondly, they were both of them ordered to call for a public political gathering within Ol-Kalaou, to give an unequivocal public apology within next 48 hours for engaging in electoral criminal conduct.
We find that his actions breaches the Electoral Code of Conduct, and I will point out exactly how. As a political leader and an office bearer, he is bound strictly by the second schedule of the Elections Act, that is the Electoral Code of Conduct, and by his distributing false information regarding the voting procedures and the voting requirements, and engaging the public in display of voter inducement, the accused directly contravened the code. This code mandates all leaders to promote clean, transparent campaigns and uphold integrity of the electoral process. And as a person in authority, he cleverly employed this tactic to cause actions which may affect the ultimate election outcome. And we want to look at his guilty conduct as hereunder, that the honorable member employed at the anatomy of malice under the illusion of good faith. Chair, the video evidence where we find fault with, where we find that he did breach the code, shows that the words were calculated, they were deliberate, and they were born out of deep-seated malicious intention.
Upon appeal, in a petition filed before the High Court, the High Court in Nairobi issued conservatory orders to suspend the IEBC's decision in penalizing the two honorary members of Parliament, pending a case hearing of a petition filed by their lawyers that the proceedings were procedurally unfair to their pace. However, focusing on the events of this by-election, the key outcomes reflects much about the most anticipated events in the 2027 general election, whereby President William Ruto will be seeking re-election for a second term in a supremacy political battle against the united opposition. Thank you and keep on subscribing.